Okay, so dorky me, I already made this video once and I totally forgot to record my voice. So I have to start all over because I'm a ding-a-ling. Anyway, today I'm going to show you how to make a standard 256 by 256 hair texture for use in online gaming sites such as IMVU, and you can find me on there. My avatar name is Dreamy. You can also use this hair texture on Second Life and maybe The Sims, although I've never used it for that, but I think you can. There's probably other sites, but I don't know of any. Anyway, so you start with making a new file, and it has to be 256 by 256. 72 resolution is perfectly fine because this is only going to be used on the web. Okay, so once you start, you have a blank canvas. You will fill the canvas with, if you want to make an actual color, you would start with, I'm going to do brown, but you can also start with grayscale and just put your colors over it after, but that's a little bit more, I wouldn't call it advanced, but it's probably a step or two ahead of what this tutorial covers. I just enlarged it so that I could see more of the detail. So you fill your background canvas with your brown, and then I'm gonna flip this by clicking the arrow here, and I'm gonna pick a much lighter brown. I guess this is a beige now, isn't it? Then I'm gonna go to Filter, Render, Fibers. So watch what happens if it ever works. Okay, there we go. Actually, this one looks pretty good, but sometimes I go randomize, and I'm going to click it just so that you can see what happens. Usually I like to have it turn out kind of like this because it's pretty even all the way across. Like there's no huge patches of white that are just by itself clumped together. So I'm going to say okay. I'm going to zoom out just so that you can see what happens. Okay, so this looks pretty, it's kind of like fur, I guess, but then I want to make it a bit better, so I'm going to add some noise. Whoa, I don't know how that happened, but anyway, I'm going to go to like 14% because I like numbers that are multiples of 7. So I will go to Filter, and then I'm going to go to Brush Strokes and Spatter, and you can see it kind of gets this funky thing going on, and usually I leave mine my settings here at 7 and 4, but you can play around and just see what happens. See, I'm gonna go back to 7 and 4. Okay, then sorry, I think there was a hair under the eye of my mouse, and that's why it keeps jumping and doing crazy things. Okay, so anyway, then you go to Filter, Blur, Motion Blur. This looks pretty cute. Let me see what happens here. Okay, so there we have what looks like it looks okay. I don't love it yet, but then I'm gonna duplicate the layer, and then I'm gonna go to noise, add some more noise. I'm gonna go with 21 this time and Gaussian. Okay, so now you have a lot of noise, and then you go to Brush Strokes and Spatter. Same thing again, Filter, Blur, Motion Blur, and then this time I'm gonna say probably, nope, I don't like that. I'm gonna go with 43. Okay, and then I will go to Multiply, and it kind of looks like hair. It's looking pretty good. But you kind of want some better strands. So I'll go back to the darkest texture. Actually, I'm going to sample from in here. And then I'm going to add some individual strands because I think it makes it stand out better, because you don't want your texture to look like everybody else's. This is not quite as dark as I wanted it to be, but I can fix that in a minute. I'll just show you how. Okay, so just add like as many as you want to do. Darn it. Okay, add as many as you want, and then I'm going to go to, it's not dark enough, so I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation, and make them just a little bit darker. And then I'm going to go to, let's see, I don't even like that. Yeah, it looks okay. Then I'm going to go to Duplicate Layer, Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation. I'm going to go with lighter, and then I'm going to move it over just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go to Soft Light. See, this looks really cute. I'm going to go with, there we go. I think that looks kind of cute. Okay, now we got to make a new layer, and then get a small hard brush. I'm going to go with 7, and there is an easier way to do this. It's a little bit more detailed, but I find it easier. But this is for, the way that I'm going to do it is for people that don't know how to use the pen tool. So we'll go like this, and it doesn't matter, you want some of them to be a little bit funkier, and then I'm going to, because I want it a little bit more fine, I'm going to reduce it to 50%. Okay, move it back over to the edge here. Then I'm going to duplicate, edit, transform, flip horizontal, and then I'm going to move these together, merge them down, just those. Do not merge all, just merge this one. Then I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, Motion Blur. I'm going to move this down just a smidge, and I'm going to go to, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to duplicate the layer again and move it down. And I think that looks really good for a basic hair texture. If you want it to be slightly darker or a different color, I'm just going to show you how to make it a bit darker. You're going to go and select whatever shade you want that's darker. Make sure you have a new layer here, which I do, and then you color that, and then you can go color. You can move it, it's usually better to move it under the shine, depending on what your other layers are set at. This one actually looks much better above the shine, and it actually looks a bit lighter, but you can go multiply, and then you can see what happens when you move it below stuff and above stuff. I'm going to move back up. You can go soft, light, overlay, and you can see all the different effects that you can get with just a simple, basic hair texture, and changing the layer settings and overlay settings. So that is it for this basic hair texture tutorial. I hope it actually helps you, and I'll probably make another tutorial to show you another way, another easy way that you can make a basic hair texture. And maybe in the future I will show you how to make more advanced hair texture. But for now I'm going to stick with the easy ways because it's an easier video for me to make. Thank you for watching. Bye.